Welcome back to LearnWire. Today we are going to be doing a Markey versus follower review. Now it has been a very long time since I've done a compare and contrast or versus video. They take a lot of research. As you can see, I'm already going in here and figuring out exactly what I want to look at and compare. I'm actually still writing this up right now, but I'm going to start recording the video right now. Essentially, you really want to look at both softwares, and this outline can change depending on what we're actually looking at. So what I've been doing the last 15 minutes is I've been actually going through the softwares right over here, and I've got them both open and just seeing which, what they have in common, what they don't have in common, and just the things that are, I feel are important to the softwares. These are both social media automation tools. So they're going to have a lot of things that are similar or in common. And then they're going to have some unique things that each one probably does that the other one doesn't do. And then they're going to each have something that they're probably a little bit better at than the other. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this Markey and follower. And this is thanks to this comment over here from GA Vids 2809. You said, thanks for the review. This was so helpful. How does this compare to Markey? I believe you've reviewed both. Which one do you think is better or provides better value and quality of posts? So we're going to be looking at both. I think I've gotten this question a few times, so I felt like it was just ready and time to do this review. Both of them are still live right now on AppSumo. And I picked up both of them. I paid for both of them. Naturally, I do recommend both of them, but we're going to figure out in this review if one of them shines better for you than the other. Follower definitely has a better price point at $29 jumping in, and we're going to go over that in a minute. But there is pricing. You can go starting at $29. We're going to actually go through that in just a minute. But I do have both these tools, and they both are still live on AppSumo right now. I believe Follower is older. I'm not sure, but older on the platform, and it garnered 98 reviews. Markey ended up with 165 reviews and a little bit better rating as well. If you were just going to straight up look at this and look at the reviews and the amount of reviews plus the score, I would just blindly, I would go with Markey and that just tells me that it got more popularity, maybe the quality's better and so forth. But this deal right here, Markey, ends in 5 days. So you definitely want to jump on Markey if this is going to be the tool for you. Follower doesn't look like it's going anywhere anytime soon. So let's jump in. So what do I have first on the docket? We have pricing. So let's go jump into pricing on Follower real quick. We'll go down here to plans and pricing. So Follower has plan 1 is $29. You only get one user. You get one social set, 2,000 AI words per month. This part right here is just, there's kind of discrepancy around this. A lot of you did sign up as well. And I noticed that when I signed up as well, my credits were drained after I created like 1 or 2 posts. Since then, they fixed the way that they take out the words from here, so that improved. But I still think that tier 1 is just not really something that is going to be. So this unlimited posts is you would have to bring your own text and copy and paste and do all that and just use this as a scheduler, which kind of defeats the purpose. You want to get the best use out of the tool and get automation and your AI written inside of there, or there's just really no reason to use it. And so I would say that I jumped into plan 2, I believe, which really bumps up the AI, the words at 20,000. So I either bumped that up, I believe. Yeah, I think I'm at tier 2. And this is a little deceiving right over here. I don't think plan 1 will work, even though it is the cheaper option right over here. So we're going to be looking at $58 for 20,000 AI words, unlimited scheduled post. 50 AI image generations, only 50, right? In a sense, you get 50 posts. So you got to take that into consideration. And then this is where you get the advanced analytics. I'm not going to read off all of these, but you can go up to 8 codes for $232. And you're going to get 2 million AI words per month and so forth, and 200 companies. And so this would be definitely agency level right there at 8 codes at $232. Go into Markey real quick and look at the pricing. Right over here at $69, you're getting 3 brands scheduled to post 1 post per day. So this is where there's just a massive, it's just now hitting me right now. For each brand, you're only able to schedule 1 post per day, I believe what that means, because that would basically be 30 Okay, yeah. So I already did this calculation last time. It's hitting me exactly where I just don't understand this. So if you can have 3 brands, okay, right? And you can only schedule 1 post per day. But let's just say that, and this is not clear. So this kind of bothers me. It's not clear. If this was per brand, they need to put this in parentheses. Hey, schedule 1 post per day, 1 post per brand, something like that. But even if it was 1 post per brand per day, but you have 3 brands, right? So that's 3 posts per day. 3 posts times 30 days in the month. So I'm just going to do this just to be clear, a calculator, right? So you have 3 posts per day and you multiply that by 30 days, you're only going to get 90 posts. So I have no idea where they're saying that you can post 300. This is simply not true. They're not going to let you, and I can show you when we come in here, you can't add that extra post. You can't add another post. It even gives you a warning. It says you have to upgrade your plan. So even if we maxed out 3 brands and did 1 post per day, it only totals to 90. I'm not going to try to get stuck on this too much, but you guys, I know you're with me on this one. This makes no sense. And it's just been sitting here, and I can't believe that this is still here after sitting on the platform for 1 or 2 months, and this hasn't been called out. Unless I'm missing something, this just does not look right at all. It leads me to believe that you're going to want to be able to do 2 posts per day, and that's just the way it is. And then it's also not clear on how many posts you're able to post across platforms. So maybe what I'm missing out on is you post that, but it posts to multiple platforms, and maybe that's why they're saying 300. So you could hook up 3 social media accounts, right? Like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and then you do a post. They let you schedule one for 1 time per day, and that counts as 3. So then that would maybe be where they're getting the 300. So maybe that's where they're getting the 300, but it's unclear, right? It's unclear. So I don't really like that part, but let's just look at, you would want to schedule multiple times per day. I don't know if that's clear. It just says schedule to post multiple times per day. It doesn't have a hard limit, maybe 3,000 posts per month. So you'd have to just backtrack. You just come over here and just say 3,000 divided by 30 days in the month. And so you'd be able to post 100, and then you divide that by how many social accounts, right? So if you have 4 divided by 4 social accounts, so you'd be able to do 25. It would take out 25 posts in a day, if that makes sense. Okay. So for both plans, I would definitely go in license tier 2 just to be safe. I don't like the limitations on the license tier 1s. And there's a hard limit on the 1 post right over here. This one is hard to call. The pricing is a little confusing on both. So let's just look at license tier 2. So 149, 6 brands, 3,000 posts. So you get unlimited posts with Follower, and they're just completely different tools when it comes to the pricing. It's hard to call this out. Obviously, the cheaper plan is going to be Follower. If you're looking for more affordable and unlimited posts, Follower is definitely going to be your winner. I want to go and look at the closest one that I can find to 149. So we can just try as best we can to compare apples to apples. So I'm going to go over here to the 145 and the 149, okay? So you get 50 users over here. How many do you get over here? 6 brands. I don't really know how many users you get. I believe you get as many. In Markey, you can add team members. They don't really even have a limit. But you have only 6 brands right over here. So in order to get to the 50 brands level, you're at 419 over here. In general, like, if Markey is 2 to 3 times better in quality and functionality, then the pricing kind of doesn't matter, in my opinion. We don't know that. That's why we're going to dive into the rest of the review. But right now, just going into it, I would say that Follower definitely has the edge when it comes to, and instead of just saying like one wins over the other, I'm actually giving them scores. Follower, I'm going to go ahead and have to give it I'm going to give it a solid 4.5. And then I'm going to give Markey a 4. Because Follower with those AI credits, I don't like that. And that is related to the pricing. And then Markey is just more expensive. And so that's where I'm coming up with that. So let me go ahead and center that up. All right. So posts per price. Okay. So let's jump into Markey, and I'm halfway through setting up another. So actually I'm jumping a little bit into the branding setup right now. Okay. Sorry guys. It's not going to be like a perfect flow on this review, but bear with me. I haven't done one in a while, and I just want to be as thorough as I can be. But I was setting up one right over here because I wanted to test out a TikTok. Like, I have to set up a new brand in Markey because I haven't used it for TikTok. And I wanted to get one scheduled because I know Markey performed well with the Follower. Our Follower performed well with a TikTok post. So right over here, this is what the second part looks like. These details are used by the AI to create the best content. So we already went through, we added our brand colors, gave it a bit of information. We didn't have to use a website or anything. For this brand, Six Figure Freedom Club over here, I'm not using a website to get information. And so then it comes over here, it gives you the tone, it gives you niche. You can actually change this if you want to. You can click in any of these boxes and update this as you choose. And just think about it. If you're actually a marketing expert or a social media marketing expert, you're going to come in here and cater this to the local shop that you're creating this content for, or the online brand, whatever. I added these all in here, these hashtags right here. You can connect this to YouTube and start building your online business. You can add more call to actions right over here. And then you can go over here, self-promotion. If you want to just do a lot of self-promotion, then you can bump this up to high emoji level. I'm just going to leave them both at mid, but I love the granular level control and the ease of use of setup right over here. You can get everything set up really easily inside of here, and it's very customized to branding. And I think Marky's going to win on that as far as just straight up getting your brand on point before creating content. Content topics, we generate your post based on these topics right over here. It has pulled different topics right over here. You can add more. So affiliate marketing strategies, YouTube marketing fundamentals. So grab those. That's great. So posting schedule right over here, right? So this is the part. So instead, this is a premium feature. So we'd have to go to level 2 in order to post multiple times. And so I definitely recommend picking up license tier 2 on Marky if you're going to pick this up, because right now I can only schedule one time. Now we can change the time right over here. And I can already tell you right now, I like the scheduling feature better on Marky. This is literally how easy it is. You can set up a scheduler. Now on Follower, it's a lot more unclear on how you can add all these to a queue, and then it just automatically publishes for you. We can go to the calendar, and usually things have looked a little bit different recently inside of here. And go look at month, and usually you can drag and drop your posts right over there. And we can go to settings over here. You can see we have these different setups over here. But I'm not really seeing the same functionality as far as you have to go to the calendar and then drag and drop posts. And really it's much more hands-on to schedule, if that makes sense, your posts inside of, it's very hands-on and a little bit more of a manual process in Follower. And so I think Marky wins when it comes to the scheduling feature. I liked Marky a lot, and I actually give it a 5. I like just being able to say, hey, I want it to post at 10 and 1 o'clock, or 10 and 2 o'clock, and that's it. Boom. Marky will win on that. Follower, I'm actually going to give it probably a 3.5. I'm just really not too happy about the Follower part as far as scheduling, especially for an automation tool. I feel like it should be better. So I'm going to go ahead and go through right here, randomize posting time. And you could do this within 5 minutes. I love this granular approach right here. That way it's not posting at exactly 10 a.m. every single day like a robot is publishing it. Varying it within 5 minutes is pretty cool. You can vary it all the way up to an hour. That's really cool. Themes. Now this is where you have your themes, and I really like this. Kind of hard to explain, but I'm going to go ahead and unselect these and for fun. And we're going to go with the brand new one that they just added is called Sleek. And then I'm also going to go with Cyber right here. And why not? The memes are pretty cool too. I really like them. This is like themes of the types of posts. If you want really minimalistic, or you want just tweets, basically like just text, they have these different themes, and the content will be created accordingly. So I like that as well. So save and continue. We have our brand now set up. Now we can go over here, and I have 2 brands set up now. So I'm going to go, this is what the first one looks like over here. This is what the Six Figure Freedom Club one looks like as well. And so what we would do is we're going to go with the amount of posts per price. Oh, I guess I can answer this one right now for you. Post per price, Follower is going to win. You're going to get a 5 for the amount of posts that you can create. And posts per price right over here, I'll just give this one a 4.5 right here. We've already talked about that. So branding setup and options. So let's just go over to You saw how easy it is to add a brand. I showed you the back half basically, but you'd come over here and you would just say add new business. You would type in a little bit about your business, or you would autofill from your website. You put your website in here. It's going to gather information based on your website. I recommend, I have done this one before. I don't feel like it did an amazing job with LearnWire. So I would actually just type out what you want right here. Upload your logo, upload your headshot. In my Six Figure Freedom Club example, I just uploaded a headshot basically. And then you put in your colors right over here, and you can add the custom hex tech right over here, the hex number, or just scroll right there. And then you can put in your hashtags right here, and then you push continue. And then that's the screen that you saw a minute ago, right? So I think that the setup is way easier. I like it. It's more in depth as well on Markey. So let me go back over here, show you what it's like on Follower real quick. So if we wanted to go and add a new company, so create new company, it'd be like this, and you would start the onboarding process, individual or a company. Let's just say individual, next step, person's name. So let's just go, we'll add the Six Figure Freedom Club kind of brand to this as well. Do you have a website? No, we're just going to skip this step, English, next. And then right over here, you would just put in, all right, so just put in basically what my Six Figure Freedom Club is. We'll push next right there. Please enter a description between 20 and 1,000 words. Did I not put enough words? Nope, I didn't. Okay, perfect. So I just added some more. And then we have our logo. You push the plus button. I'm going to go to documents and go to brands. And I'm just going to go to brand graphics and grab the image that I used earlier. So it's a pretty easy onboarding process as well. Color palette is wrong on this for sure. We're just going to go with the one thing that's annoying about this one is that you can't paste it. So that's just a little bit of an annoying thing. Right here, I'm clicking on the yellow and that's not working either. So that's weird. Like I come over here and I'm trying to click on these right over here and that just doesn't work. So that's a little bit of a bug. So I'm going to go ahead and just select it. And then I'm going to go over here and just select a blue as well. And then we'll just leave that the way it is. Actually, we'll just go with a white. And then I'll just push next step. Which topics describe Six Figure Freedom Club? So YouTube marketing, affiliate marketing, online business, most of these are going to be exactly income streams, passive income, and that's about it. Okay, so cool. And then formal, friendly, humorous, we'll just go with friendly, boom. Identifying the audiences. So aspiring entrepreneurs, work from home, and we've selected all of them as well. So it does a pretty good job. You need to upgrade your plan in order to use more companies. So I don't think I can add this next company. It made me go through this whole process, and then it's saying I don't have enough to add that extra brand. So that's how you add a brand. We'll come back in over here. So pretty easy to add the brand. I already have that one actually added right here. So we're just going with my personal brand right over here. And we do have TikTok right over there. I want to go into Markey and see if under here I can add my social. So in adding a social right over here, we have 10 a.m. And what we're going to do is just come over here to TikTok, and I'm going to see if I can connect that real quick, and I'll be right back. So it literally took 2 seconds, 2 buttons, very seamless, and it says it's connected right over here, okay? We're going to go and just schedule one in Markey real quick because I haven't done this before. We'll go to posts real quick, and I want to upload a post instead. We're going to click and drag this, so I need to go and get a post real quick. I'll go to my Google Drive. I'll be right back. All right, we'll come in here, click right here, and go to downloads and grab that video file. It's not. So we have images that it'll select, but it won't select the video. So that's a little interesting. It's an MP4 file. Okay, I was able to add an image right here, okay? But I'm not able to, so if I cancel this, I go to posts and upload post. I'm not able to add a video. Yeah, I even tried to drag and drop and that didn't work as well. So that's going to be a problem. I'm going to go over here and just go to posts and let's say generated posts. I'm not seeing where they've added TikTok, but I don't see how we would be able to actually publish this to TikTok because it's not letting me create a video post. Let me go see if I can research this real quick. I went ahead and just asked them real quick right over here. We'll see how their team gets back to us on that, but that is definitely strange. So hopefully they will get back to me shortly on how to create a TikTok post for us. But these are what the posts look like right over here. Super clean posts right over here. Greatness is a daily choice. Try to truly shine online. Keep these habits in check. Post regularly to stay in your audience's mind. Chat with them. Just giving some nice tips right over here. Ready to be great? Join our community and start your journey to six figures building branding. And it gave us some different ones. It also used some of the ones that we want to use every time, but it also added to the top right there as well. You can come up here, you can make all full adjustments, you can change the color, all kinds of good stuff. The branding is going to be on point. Sometimes they're going to throw in a headshot there, got content woes, feeling stuck with blah, blah. So these are really good posts. This is probably, to be honest with you, as far as image creation and so forth, this is probably the best automated image creation for a social media automation tool like this that I've seen in a very long time, or possibly the best one that I've seen. Let me know in the chat if you guys, or in the description below, if you guys agree with that. But I can already tell you right now, I think that these ones are going to be better than Follower. Right over here, maybe imagine affiliate marketing as a team sport. That's pretty cool. It has a picture of a team. So these are just really good posts. And then we have this meme over here. You're building a brand with a strong online vibe. Them getting lost in the digital world without a map. The memes are super cool. Then you have this one, A House of the Dragons, when they thought they could skip the mentorship part and still ace the business game. They missed out big time, right? You betrayed me. Some good stuff. And then we have, when I see aspiring entrepreneurs still puzzled by affiliate marketing, master community building right over here. These are just really good posts. Now you can go and you can just push the schedule button, post now, next. You can move to drafts, you can edit the post, or you can trash the post, and it'll just continue to create those, and you'll know which ones you have scheduled over here as well. I don't see a calendar over here. I'm missing it, but I'm not seeing a calendar. But look at this. Within minutes, they did respond back. So that is good. Live making this video for you. You can see I have the clock up here. So that would have been 2 minutes maybe. So let me check. So they actually are on that. They're going to be checking real quick. So that's really what all there is to do with this. You would go to generated, and if you like the post right over here, you would just go over here. You can post now, and we may as well. I only connected to TikTok. I wouldn't really be able to post this, but you can go watch my other full market review where I did post this to like Facebook and so forth. So that's really it. You can go and add a team member right here, add user, add team members. I don't think they have a limit on there. And you can go in here. This is where you change your settings right over here. Very easy. Here's the connected accounts right over here. You've got your branding, your colors. You can change those anytime you want. You can change your themes by just requesting a theme, or go to edit and add more themes right over here. And then here's your business. You can go in here and you can edit this anytime you want. Captions length right here, you can control that. So there is a lot of granular control. It's very clean, super, super clean and crisp. As you can tell, I just went ahead and just did a full demo of Markey real quick of what they've got going on right now. And so branding and setup options, I think that Markey gets a 5. Post and content creation is a 5. Now, we'll get to the bottom of the TikTok post thing. That should, if that's not working, I would probably take this down to a 4.5. But other than that, I really like the posts and the content that is created, even the images and the memes and the and it's very on brand point is very impressive with Markey. So I'm glad I'm taking this second look at it. The UI ease of use is super, super good as well. I want to say it's a 5 as well. So really diving back into Markey, it really gave me a lot of just excitement to use the tool. I definitely am going to probably need to go in and test this more. If it can schedule on TikTok and it can do all those other things, I think that the posts that it's creating are engaging, and that's probably the biggest thing that we're literally hoping for, right? What good is a social media automation tool if the posts that it's using AI to create for are really not engaging, are really not going to get a lot of engagement or traction on them? Then it really defeats the purpose of the entire thing anyways. And so I'm really impressed with the tools there. So now let's go back in. Let's look at the branding and setup options. You saw how it is pretty easy as well. But I just, for some reason, Markey asks more questions, and I think that it's going to be a little bit more toned into your brand's voice specifically, whereas Follower I don't think is quite on point, so I'm going to give it a 4 right there. Post and content creation, let's go test that out with Follower right now, okay? So we're going to go into Follower. We're going to create some posts now. There's a lot more flexibility in the posts. As far as if you go into Post Creator right over here, let me show you what I mean. You can create posts from a URL, right? And so right over here, if I go and let's just say Let's see if I can go into my Six Figure Freedom Club, the About page, and see if it can use, let's see if it can use this page to maybe create something from this page right here. So I'll go over here and we'll just say that this is the URL. And then we want to generate a post for Pinterest. Let's just say we're going to create this for Facebook. And can you create it for more than one? I think it's really just one right now. Image type, source image, AI image, stock image. So the ability to granularly control the type of image, the type of post and all that stuff, follower is very impressive. So I'm going to say that's a creative image. Let's just go with an AI image for now and generate posts. But I'm not seeing read URL. You have to push the read URL first. This button over here. This part right here is not as fast, but you can see Marky's getting back to me as we speak. Here we go. So they say they're working on it. Please upvote ideas that works for you, and your specific idea and comment will greatly help so we can get notified when it's deployed. More help for us if you will put specific idea on the roadmap. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just message them back. So they didn't really have an answer. It's definitely not deployed, so I really don't know why they allowed me to. You guys saw it live, right? I literally connected TikTok, even over here to socials, right? They allowed me to connect TikTok, but you're not able to post right now. I did let them know I'm doing a Markyverse follower, and it's a bummer. They did say to lead back on the roadmap, upvote it. So obviously it's not ready to go for TikTok. So follower will get a little bit more of the higher score or flex when it comes to the posts or for price. I've got to take this one down on Marky. I've got to take it down to a 4.5, and then we'll go back into followers. So you can connect it, but you can't use TikTok right now in Marky. So you saw me, I took some score down on that, but I still am very impressed with the posts that you are able to connect with that. But I will, and nope, they do have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, all future integrations. They also show this. I'm going to go ahead and message this to that guy as well. But I put on the pressure. You can see, I even told him that I'm doing a Markyverse follower, and it's a bummer because I'm still putting this review out there because when I do these reviews, I'm not going to wait months for them to deploy these things. I'm giving you guys this comparison review as the softwares stand right now, May 10th, and that is the way you have to do reviews. I can't be impartial and say, oh, it's going to be good because it's going to come out in a month or whatever. The fact is that they came over here and they actually put TikTok right here on their sales page, and they didn't, and it's not ready to go. So I like that it's planned. They should have put right here in parentheses, TikTok is planned. Will launch August 2024 or Q3. Like, you got to give us something as a customer. You can't put this on your sales page and then not deliver. A little disappointed there, but I am impressed with their customer support. They did get back to me immediately. They did take responsibility. I even look at this, guys. I call people out. I say, you also advertise that you have TikTok on the AppSumo sales page, which is not good for Sumo links. I said, and then I pasted it right here, guys. So we'll see what they say. But overall, they did say the videos and reels are our priority and will be coming out soon. They do have good customer support, so I'm not going to knock them there. They said, that is correct. Marky can generate posts and post them on these socials, including TikToks. So you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but can you post, I guess you can post images on TikToks? Nonetheless, I want to get through this. Okay, so we are still at the post generation over here for followers. It did pick up all the text right there. So it is right here. That's cool. I would have liked to be able to just paste this in, but I don't think that you're able to paste it in right there. And then we can say generate, you can actually generate more posts, but we're going to generate a post from that content or from that URL real quick. Go check, see what they say. I understand you are interested with the video part coming soon, but we have the regular image and text. Okay, thank you. All right, so the customer support was good. I'm not putting that one down, but it helps, right? I could have tested out their customer support and added that as a line, but I'm not going to do that. But I was impressed with Marky's customer support. They got on immediately. They answered. They were honest, all that kind of stuff. And it was I don't know anyone that uses TikTok to post images, but I believe you can create still image posts and so forth on TikTok. And so it works for that. That's why they have the integration, but they are working on the video portion, okay? So we're going to go back into follower. I'm going to try to finish this up, guys. A very long one. This is for people that really want to get a full in-depth comparison. So you have your Teach Me Money methods, join a Six Figure Freedom Club for exclusive tips and marketing, unlock, boom, click here to join access. So it's very promotional. We don't really have control over that post right there. Anytime, ping me if you have any inquiries. This is the post that it created. You can tell it to create more. You can redo the post right there as well. There was a trick over here. Someone told me you can actually left click here and add, and this will allow this post to publish to multiple at the same time, which is great. And then I believe that it's this button down here, change format or change the creative. I thought that there was, let's see, save. So we're saving this post. And then once you save the post, then you can publish. And let's see, if you just click the publish button, there you go. You can mark it as draft. You can post it now. You can schedule it for later, and then you can go. And this is the best way that you're going to schedule. But the deal is that I wish that they had basically a place where you can set up that you want 3 posts per day and what times. And then right over here, they had a button that just said add to queue. And I really am not seeing that option still by pushing the publish button, post now or schedule for later. So the schedule for later option, you could just say it's at 9:50. We would just say, so it's already past due, right? So we would have to come over here and change this. There isn't really a wheel. And so this UI, this functionality right here, I'm not that excited about when it comes to follower. We did save this. Now I believe we can go over to the calendar. We should have a post over here ready to drag and drop. And that's what it was like the first time I logged into the software. But now I'm not seeing where that post is. Create new company. No, I should be able to see that post and then schedule it. I think they got rid of that feature. So what used to happen was you went to the calendar, and then you would have your posts would show up right here, and then you could drag them over to here wherever you want them to show up. And I'm not seeing that option anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is, guys. So there's this arrow button up here. You click that, and then you can come over here, and you have this little option right over here. So we have these posts right over here that are ready to go. So you can grab this, and let's just say I want to go for 11 a.m. right over here. So we would just go and grab this right there, and it's going to schedule it right there. For the 11:01 a.m., you can make the changes and stuff like that as well. Tells you where. So you can definitely use this, and then you'd have your next scheduled post over here and so forth. I think that the learning curve with Follower is going to be just slightly more. I think that it has a lot of features and functions that you can do in here that I can't cover all in this. We're already getting into a very long video. Follower is definitely more complex and more robust of a tool at the end of the day, because look, you can create from prompts. You can create, I could click one of these buttons and it's just going to go and create a post for me, a Pinterest post. Boom. I can click that and I can say generate. And I can say create 2 posts. Boom. It's going to go out there and generate posts. And the way that it's using that AI, you can come in here, and they still have not launched autopilot. This is supposed to be coming soon, where you can select some rules, click this button, and then it'll basically do everything for you. But you can see right over here, we created that post, and I believe it just used 120. And then it just created another one right there. Look, it just used 14 words or whatever. It went from 120 to 134 right there. So it's really not too bad. Users on this plan, I only have 2 users that I'm allowed to use and 2 companies. The amount of team members and so forth on Marquee, I think, is better. So I created these ones, and you can just see, look, the posts are not that great. These are Pinterest posts right here. The imagery is not as exciting or engaging as Marquee, and then you must connect Pinterest to schedule this post and so forth. So you can go with URL, raw text. You can just place the text in right over here. From questions, you can go brainstorm, write a topic, or let follower generate that. You can go from holidays. You can go from Google, search news about affiliate marketing, right? And then we can go and push the go button, and then it's going to go out there and use Google and find news and so forth about affiliate marketing that we can go and publish to our sites to our social media platforms as well. So then you have all these right over here. It tells you which ones are good, how affiliate marketing works on Amazon, how affiliate marketing is different from network marketing. So you'd click on that and you would say generate post. Now it's going to go generate this post for us. So you can see how easy it is to start creating content with both tools. Marquee, remember when we come in here, you just go to posts. You always have some generated in the box right over here, and you can just schedule these right over here. So let's just say we're just going to schedule, and you have your scheduled post. Great, you're approved. Your first post, go here and when we will post it. And then you can go over here, schedule, and let's just say, I really like the memes. You definitely can't go wrong with the memes. They are very engaging and funny. This one's good as well with the puzzle and so forth. So we have six scheduled, And this is going to be your calendar. You can move them up like this, and you can come in here and you edit, move to drafts, post now, move to top, duplicate, trash, all kinds of good stuff. There isn't really a calendar view, but that's really just not the way that you can download them as a CSV or images as well. Super cool. And then manage schedule right over here. So yeah, it's just not the way that Markey does it. You don't need a calendar. You can go over to the posts section, go to scheduler and the scheduled, and this is basically what's scheduled next, and you'll be able to see it right over here. I think it'd be cool if they had a calendar view, like just a little button right over here. If you push that button, then it would give you a calendar view. I think everybody loves to look at a calendar view. Would be really nice as well. I think they should keep this as well for those people that like this queue oriented right here. But just having a little button and customization to have a calendar view would be cool as well. Anything else that I didn't cover in Follower? They do have analytics. This is a separator. So this is something that definitely Markey does not have the analytics connected to all these accounts. That's a lot. That's a lot of integration to be able to connect here and look at all this engagement. I can come over here and click on this, and you can see like this post right over here on TikTok got 200 engagement right over here. I got 188 likes. So that means it got 4,000 views. It had 4 comments, 8 shares. So you can look at your top engaging posts and so forth. You can go look at them, maybe create something different. You can go last 7 days right over here and so forth. So like this analytics feature is pretty dang cool. And this is where your post kind of queue is, right? Where you're going to create all your posts and in the new calendar right over there. I really tried to go in as depth as I possibly can. Let's finish this up. Post and content creation. This is going to be, so you can schedule. So Follower gets a plus because you can schedule, you can upload videos and schedule them to TikTok. And it actually goes to TikTok. And then I started getting views. That is something that I haven't seen in other tools. And that's why I really wanted to test TikTok video with Markey, but they don't have it yet because Follower was one of the first tools that I can remember that if you use automation or upload from a desktop to TikTok, for whatever reason, you just get 0 views. Something happens and it gets flagged. It's a flaw. It's definitely a bug and a flaw that TikTok is probably just not even aware of, because they encourage it. You can go to TikTok on a desktop and they have upload buttons and everything. They encourage it, but they just don't know what they actually, if you use that function, you don't get any views. I used Follower to upload a video and it did work last time. So with that said, Follower is going to get plus points for that, but I don't like the image post that it's creating, which is the biggest part of the tool. And then on the flip side, Markey does not have TikTok video yet, but it does create some amazing posts that are very much branded, on point. They're very creative. And I just like the simplicity and so forth of it as well. But in all fairness, I'm going to have to give them a tie right there. I honestly would give probably a 4.3 to Follower just because the posts are just not quite as good. But if you need a scheduler for TikTok, then Follower is really good. So I have to just balance those both out, if you will. And I also need to give Follower a lot more. That's why I'm going to give it a tie, because you have so many different ways that you can create posts. Very creative. You can get very creative with the format and the source of where you're going to get posts created. And come back over here and did it. Oh yeah. So we'll go into the posts. So at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and call it a tie, even though for me personally and for my brands and the one that I probably would use the most, which would be Markey. But I have to be fair. I'm going to give them a tie. The UI and ease of use in general, I'm going to have to give Follower a 4.5. It's just not quite up to, it just isn't as fun to use. And it's going to be more complex. And it's definitely, you have to understand where I'm getting these points from. The 5 comes here. Markey is just extremely slick and easy to get your brand set up, get your social set up, and then get posts created that are really good, and then push the schedule button and it's already scheduled and boom, it's done. So I think that most people in general are going to have more ease of use and they're going to come back and want to use the tool. I feel like with Follower, even though I like it, I find myself logging into it less and wanting to use it less because it is just not as simple and easy to use. The scheduling feature I don't like. So I feel like it's work. I feel like when I log into Follower, there's work cut out for me. And I feel like now this is my 3rd time third look at Markey. And remember, my very first review, they didn't even have Pinterest. Then I pushed them. Then they came back 2 weeks later, had Pinterest. I went and did a follow-up review on Markey. And then this has been the third time I've visited Markey, and I've been more impressed each time. And so at the end of the day, my personal opinion is that I do Markey better in most respects. So let me go total these up real quick, and we'll drag this over here. And so you have a 28, just double check that. So a 26 there and a 28 there. So they were very close, but out of 30 points, Markey does get the win right here. So let me know if you guys agree, but Markey wins in my kind of comparison, really deep dive. This probably took way longer than it should have, but I give Markey the win right here at a 28 versus 26. Both tools are great. I'll leave links to both of them. Depending on your use case, you might still have to get Follower. But if you're just running a couple of agencies, or it just depends on what you're looking for, one of them might be a better tool for you. They're both really good. Markey does win here. And then my personal opinion, I liked Markey a little bit better as well. Hopefully this really answers your question. Thank you. Links will be below. If you do want to pick these up, I'd appreciate it if you did pick those up, because this took a long time to create this content and do this in-depth review. As you can tell, this is why I don't do very many of these, is because it really takes a lot of thought and effort to put these comparison videos out. Because it's one thing to review a software and then give it a score. It's another to compare two softwares that are alike and then put them head to head and then see which one really takes the cake. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.